We are in front of the Israeli School, Universal Practical Knowledge, the Philadelphia Division, here at 3226 Cheltenham Avenue in Philadelphia. We're standing in front of the school right now, getting a description of the 12 tribe sign that's been painted by one of the brothers that was in the school: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Shalom. Shalom. You've been waiting for this day, so this day has finally come. A lot of you have been wondering where this knowledge that you've been hearing is coming from, and the powerful truth that you've been hearing, how this was established. Well, we finally were able to arrange for the priests to come down from New York and spend some time with us. And I'd like to introduce them if I can. These are some great brothers. We're very glad to have them with us. We want to make them feel as warm as possible, because this is their work and the extension of their work and what they've laid down some time ago. I'd like to introduce, first of all, priest and Sixth Shield General, 4th in command in the nation of Israel, Lahab. I'd like to salute this brother, Macho. Barak. Yeshabiam, which means sit. And I'm going to turn it over now to Priest General Lahab.
Water, brother. I'd like to say this, starting off, we're very impressed at your school here, and we're very impressed to see that the brothers and sisters in Philadelphia think enough of the Most High and the Bible and the truth and your nationality to be a part of this, because most of the brothers and sisters are running from the truth.
Shalom, Israel. It's time to come get your full dose of truth for the week.
You got Mondays, history class, taught by Officer 500 Shariwan and Officer 500 Ahabawan. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, you got Word to the Unwise podcast from 6 to 7 p.m. Followed by the main event, Captain and Priest Hadaria Allah, teaching scripture breakdown, the Bible like you never heard it before. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Wednesday, we got Priest and Officer 1000 Awaja teaching you all about the law. Tune in. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday, you got myself, Priest and Officer 5000 Kazak Moth, joined by Priest and Officer 500 Barak Yah, teaching you the Brotherhood class from 5 to 7 p.m. Friday, learn to speak in the Holy Tongue, the Lashawan Kodash class, taught by Officer 1000 Katab. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
If you are Black, Hispanic, or Indigenous, you are an Israelite according to the Bible. And the Most High commanded the children of Israel in Leviticus 23 and verse 5, and all throughout the Bible, to keep the Lord's Passover. That's right, the Lord's Passover, coming up on April 4th, 2026, under Commanding General Yohana. You don't want to miss it. Be there. Shalom. For the low.
All right, let me hit y'all up with something. Many of us, we talk about the Bible and claim to love God and all of this, claim to follow God, right? What you really want to do to be following God is not celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, and New Year's, pagan holidays that's not in the Bible. You need to be making it down to the Lord's 57th annual Passover in Houston, Texas. It's going to be on April the 4th. The fee to get in is $200 per person. The Lord said, you know, not to come in any of his feast days empty-handed, so that is why that fee is there on the table. So it's $200 per person, and what you want to do is make it down there and celebrate the Lord's Passover with true prophets of God from the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
Black, Native, or Hispanic, you need to be at the Lord's Passover. The only Passover is with the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Don't let them lie to you. If you out here celebrating this right here, you for sure gotta come celebrate with your people. Alright? The weather gonna look way better than this, and it's in Texas. The ISUPK under Commander General Yohana presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover in Houston, Texas, April 4th, 2026. Pay your Passover fees. ISUPK.com. $200 per adult. Kids get in free.
All right. Shalom. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah to the Akim. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Alatah by Shem Yahshua to the sisters out there, man. Once again, I'm Officer of 1000 Awaja, and this is the Detroit Law Class, ISUPK, under Commander General Yohana, as always. If you can, just take a quick moment, like, share the classes. Push this truth, man. Push this truth super hard. Share the class twice. Share the class twice, man. Push this truth super hard, man. If you black, Hispanic, and Native American at this time, man, and you keeping the laws of the Lord, man, and you following the Lord, man, you should be looking at this thing that's going on, looking at the way the earth is going about right now and say, man, this is a good time for me. Push this truth, man, and wake other brothers up so they can see that their deliverance is close, man. That they can see and know that the Lord is real. You know how many people don't believe in the Lord? Think about this. Everybody in Christianity does not believe in God. People walking around talking about they spiritual, they don't believe in the Lord. We have to push this truth, man, and let them know that the Lord is real. The Lord is real, okay? And it's important for us to push the truth so they will know that. All right, so like and share these classes, man. And that would definitely help push the truth. All right. If you have any questions, of course, put your questions in the chat, and I will attempt to get to them. If for whatever reason I don't see them, I will answer them next week. And if for whatever reason, if it's something that I myself, or it would do you justice to have a better breakdown on, I would pass that question on to Captain Hadar Tuesday in the scripture breakdown class, okay? All right. So with that being said, let's get to it. So as y'all know, this is what is called Black History Month. It's like I don't know, because it's all, to me, because they push so much of like people who all wanted us to join together with them. That's majority of what gets pushed. All right, that's majority of what gets pushed during this month. So that's what we're going to touch on just a little bit, because the people that they push to the front, majority, are all looked at as leaders of so-called black people. They so-called leaders, and they all have done what? They've led us to our destruction. Look at where we was at the time when they was pushing for all this stuff, civil rights and things of that nature. Look at how together we was. Look at the fact it wasn't drugs running rapid in our neighborhood. Like, we was more family structured and family orientated. And then take a look at where we are today. We are destroyed today, man. We are destroyed today. And think about like what integration and things of that nature was all about. It was about us being joined to them. It wasn't a come together thing. It wasn't a come together thing. And then think about what we really got out of it. So we know it wasn't a come together thing because what? They never came to our restaurants and ate anything. It was about us getting into their restaurants. I don't even understand why the hell would we want to do that. Makes no sense to me. I guess a nigger burger just don't taste as good as that white glowing white man burger. His burgers must just glow or something. I don't know. But I know I'd rather have a sister making me a burger. I'll tell you that. Can't no oppressor food compared to brothers and sisters, man. I remember I was talking to somebody about this and trying to explain this to them, and they said one of the benefits we got was we get to drink out of the same water fountain. I said, damn. And then I just had to remember how destroyed we really are inside of this kingdom, man. They think we ain't have to share the water fountain is the most, it's something that's beneficial. Why would you want to drink after them? All diseases come from them. I don't understand it. You understand? It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. I looked and I tried to find, but I don't see no benefit of joining ourselves to them. I don't see a benefit of that, man. I don't see where it was a good thing for us. All right. So with that being said, the first scripture we're going to put today is Jeremiah 23:2. Start right there, Jeremiah 23:2. All right. Actually, I'm going to start at 1. I'm going to read 1 and 2. All right. This is Jeremiah 23:1. It say, woe be unto the pastor that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. That woe, it means destruction. Because think about everybody who has led black people inside of this kingdom, man. Think about it. Or everybody who tried to organize something. If the foundation of what they was doing wasn't about keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, if the foundation of what they was doing was not about keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, it failed. Look at the Black Panther Party. It failed us. It didn't work. Look at like I was just going over, the civil rights movement. It failed us. It did not work. All that come together and hold hands. You cannot come together and hold hands with somebody who doesn't even look at you as a human being. How can you do such a thing? How can it work in your favor and they don't even look at you as a human being? Everybody used to say, look at these laws we got passed. And it's simple. Trump is in there erasing everything. He don't give a dang about none of that stuff, man. He taking it all out to show you it means nothing. It meant nothing. You know how many brothers and sisters was unalive trying to push this nonsense that means nothing? When all we had to do was what? Do what the Lord say. What the Lord say do? The Lord said we are separate people, man, and we wasn't supposed to be mixing and mingling with the other nations. That's what the Lord said do, man. And then look how well we did when we didn't mix and mingle with the other nations, man. All the cities and towns that we built in this country. All we had to do was be left alone. Like, it seems like with everything that was going on, nobody thought to say, you know what, we just want to be left the hell alone. We're going to get hit in the head with rocks, bricks, and sticks to join to you. And nobody thought to just say, you know what, I got a better idea. Just leave us the hell alone. We want to be, y'all don't want us, and we don't want to be a part of you. No, nobody thought about that because what? Because the leaders have done what? They failed us, man. They failed us, man. And they failed us for their own gain. That's what they did, man. They wanted their own gain, like whatever they lust. You will never really know the full lust of what some of these people have. But that's what it's all about, man. They lust for power and money and wanting to sleep with the oppressor women and things of that nature, man. This what we see out here when we go outside in our neighborhoods. This is their fault, man. They sold us for this so they can live deliciously inside this kingdom and have the lust of their hearts. That's why it's so important, again, to push this truth, man. And that's why it's such a great thing that the Lord gave us Commander General Yohana to hold this truth, man, and push this truth and wake brothers and sisters up, man. Because without him holding on to this truth, man, and keeping it the way it's supposed to be, not changing it, he ain't grab the truth and say, okay, if I bend this way or I bend that way, I can have more members in my school. He said, nah, man, I ain't gonna do that. He had some integrity, man. And he cared about the Lord and he loved the Lord, man. And he held the truth the way it was. And look at us now, man. Look at us now, man. That is a great thing, man. Because without the truth, I probably wouldn't be sitting here. You probably wouldn't be sitting here, man. Lord knows what we'll be doing in our old disgusting lives, all right? Salakia. Verse 2, it says, therefore saith the Lord God of Israel, the pastors that feed my people, you have scattered my flock. And that's what they did, man. And how did they scatter us? Instead of making us one, the scriptures say what? We one body. We supposed to be one body. And that's what I slightly touched on earlier, man. Our people, we in Christianity, we in Islam, we just spiritual. Our people are starting to do a lot more witchcraft and things of that nature. The things that we are into inside of this kingdom, man, it is mind blowing. Now, on top of that, now we got the things that's pushed on us inside of this kingdom. We got the alphabet community stuff that's pushed on us. Men sleeping with other men's wives. That thing is made, it's made like in this kingdom for us, it's made like a badge of honor. That's how it's made for us inside of this kingdom. Like it is a badge of honor, and it is not a badge of honor. It is disgusting. It just is. You don't want to run up and lay with the same chick some other dude just got finished whatever he did, body slamming her to the mat. Now here you come right after. Nah, man. Oh, that is nasty. It just is. You're halfway gay. But for us, it's taught to us like it is a badge of honor. Why? Because the oppressor inside of this kingdom, he pushes the things that destroy us, man. He pushes the things that destroy us. All right? So, like, give me 1 second here. I got to keep checking and making sure I do not have any questions, because I don't want to miss nobody's question. All right. Yeah, so the things that are evil inside of this kingdom get pushed on us. Okay. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away. And that's what they do, man. Because we get so caught up in everything else, man. We get so caught up in everything else. We get so caught up in Christianity. Let me tell you something, man. We love things like Christianity so much because it allows us to sin. And for some reason, sinning can be so fun to us, man, that we don't even want to change. You're going to sit out here and lay with all these people, knowing it's a thing called HIV out here. And you'll be sitting somewhere taking them big pills, knowing you'll be a brother or a sister that get the new disease that you can't get rid of, and forget about it. I don't even understand why another man would want to lay with another man. Forget about that. That is, I don't understand it. I halfway be wanting to sit next to some of you niggas, so I'm telling you, good night. That's a bad dude, man. All right? And that's how you scatter the flock, man. And then you scatter, and then what do? You show them something like, what's coming up? Valentine's Day. You show them something like a Valentine's Day where it seems like it's just all about loves and heart and a butt-naked baby with a bow and arrow shooting everybody. When nobody is telling our people that this is against the Lord. Now, if you're in Christianity, how can you have a Bible, right? You got a Bible, But you're pushing Valentine's Day. You're not telling them to come celebrate the Passover. You're pushing Easter. You're pushing everything that the oppressor sets up and nothing that the Lord set up. And what is crazy, and let me show you, this is how beat down we are inside of this kingdom. This happens, and then when we go to camp, we have to battle these same people over these things. We got to battle brothers and sisters over telling them God is against Christmas. Or show me we supposed to be celebrating Christ's birthday. Or show me where a bunny lay eggs. Show me why is this a naked baby running around with a doggone bow and arrow? We got to do those things, man. And sometimes it might click to them a little bit, but then they just snap back because they've been doing it for so long. They've been doing it for so long, man. And they don't want to let it go. Because they do it, their mama do it, their grandmama do it, all their uncles and brothers and cousins, they pastors at their church, and the first lady and all that, and everybody's doing it. And they just don't see the wrong in it. That's why God said, you scattered the flock of my people, man. That's how y'all scatter. That's how they scatter them. They scatter them with a bunch of foolishness and driven them away and have not visited them. It says, behold, I will visit your evil. I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord, man. And that's what the Lord said. And if you really notice now, more and more men are leaving the Christian churches. Yeah, they show you a couple of these mega churches on TV. It's still probably a few of them out here. But predominantly, men is leaving that stuff, man. They don't want to see no man prancing around banging on no tambourine. The Lord is emptying out these churches, man. Why? Because they're not of him. They are of theyself, man. They are of theyself. All right, verse 3. It says, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all the countries where I have driven them, and will bring them again to their foes. And that's what we see happening, and that's what we see happening today. That's what we see happening right now. The Lord has started to wake brothers and sisters up, man, and it is a glorious thing, man. And more and more, and with Trump in office, more and more brothers and sisters is gonna wake up, man. More and more brothers and sisters is gonna wake up with Trump in office, man. It's gonna be amazing. You gotta understand, it's like his first year or something like that in office. He got 3 more years. So in other words, he just getting started. He just getting started. He just barely at the tip of the iceberg, man. He just getting warmed up. He is just getting warmed up. All right. Yeah. And they shall be fruitful and increase. And we definitely increase, man. We are definitely increasing. I don't know. That Passover get bigger and bigger every year. I'm seeing it grow more and more and more every single year. It is a beautiful thing, man. It is a beautiful thing. All right. Verse 4, it says, and I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, man. And that is a beautiful thing. The Lord did that. He set shepherds over us that feed us. That's what the ISUPK is, man. Under Commander General Yohana. Got General Mahaiman, General Mayak, General Shayuma. Those are shepherds that feed us, man. Those are shepherds that feed us. Salaki, I gotta, excuse me one moment. Give me 1 second. Salaki. And yeah, those are men that feed us, man. All the men over us, the generals, the captains, the officers. We are fed properly in the ISUPK, man. These are the type of men that the Lord wanted over us, man. He never wanted us dancing around somewhere, bamming on no tambourine and all that foolishness. These leaders have failed us, man. These leaders have failed us, and that's the reason we're in the condition that we in today. All right? From here, let's get Isaiah, the 9th chapter. Isaiah, the 9th chapter. And we're going to so we're going to start at 15. Isaiah 9 and 15, man. All right. Hope everybody out there good tonight, man. Glad y'all made it out tonight. 15 reads. It says, the ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. Honorable men should lead us, man. Think about this, man. Having the law, statutes, and commandments is a cheat code. It's a cheat code. The Lord gave you everything you need, everything we need to live on this planet. And he would know because he created it. He would know everything you need. He created you. And yet and still, some kind of way, we find ourselves under the oppressor. And because we choosing the oppressor ways, guess what happened? We get a weed dispensary on every corner. That's what happens to us. A weed dispensary on every corner when we follow the oppressor. And then our people walking around talking about it's a herb. It grows. There ain't nothing wrong with this. Trying to explain to a weed head, he should not be getting high. But he go, it's a herb, it grow, it's natural. All the stupidity that he can come up with in his high mind. All right. It says, and the prophet that teaches lies is the tail, and they should be at the end. But some kind of, in this kingdom, man, your oppressor pushes the people that tell lies, the leaders that lie, he pushed them to the forefront. I think it was a COINTELPRO where he said they had to stop the rise of a black messiah. And they had to be, I'm paraphrasing what they said, they had to make sure that whoever came up, they was in control of whoever was leading us. Because they feared us. They feared the black family structure. Now think about this. They fear the black family structure. They fear the black family, our togetherness. They fear this. And we're going to let them teach us about family? Now they fear us and fear the strength of our families being together. And these are the same people we're going to let teach us about family. I don't know, but for some reason, that's not making sense to me. Maybe somebody can help me out a little bit. Y'all can help me out in the chat a little bit, because I don't understand it, because it don't make no sense to me. None of this is making sense. We want to eat at their restaurants, and we cook better than them. And we're going to let them teach us about family, and our families are better than theirs? I don't think so, man. Verse 16, for the leaders of this people caused them to err, and they caused us to err big time, man. They cause us to err big time inside of this kingdom, man. How do they cause us to err? They push New Year's. They push Christmas. They push Thanksgiving. What's coming up? What's the name of that thing again? Valentine's Day. They push Valentine's Day, President's Day, Memorial Day. They have so many days in which we're worshiping them or their gods inside of them. We're worshiping them or their gods inside of this kingdom. Well, the Lord don't want that, man. And if you Black, Hispanic, and Native American inside this kingdom, it's time for you to stop worshiping their gods and start worshiping your God. Because our God, the God of the Bible, man, he has the power to get us out of this condition that we in. And that's what we all should want. When we were in Egypt, the Lord said, I heard them cry. Meaning what? They was in one body crying out loud to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they heard him in heaven. And then what the Lord do? The Lord sent the angel down to check what was going on. And that's how we got to be inside of this kingdom, man. That's how we have to be inside of this kingdom, because if we not like that inside of this kingdom, then what? We just stuck and keep going on until Christ cracked the sky, and then it's too late. Because Christ cracked the sky, he not doing no talking, man. We got to stop listening to false leaders and false prophets and people who can't. If this person is saying the same thing the last person said, and what they said didn't work, why in the hell would we keep listening to him? It's a church on every corner in black neighborhoods. It's churches everywhere. Yet, our community is the most destroyed. How is that possible? If the church was a moral authority and had real morale, why in the hell are we so destroyed with churches everywhere inside our community? Because those churches are not of the Lord. You can't claim to be of the Lord and not push the law, statutes, and commandments. It does not work like that. You cannot claim to be of the Lord and not push the law, statutes, and commandments. How do you have a Bible and you say we don't got to do nothing in it? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. All right? For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that lead them, and they that are led of them are destroyed. And we get destroyed. It's because of all these other philosophies and doctrines and things that we follow. A brother in the middle of Detroit talking about we Egyptian, and we got to follow the pyramids and Act 9. That's a brother that's destroyed, man. That is a brother that is destroyed. He just woke up one day, and this was what brothers do. They just woke up one day and just picked Egypt because of the pyramids. That's basically what the hell it just boiled down to. They can't prove that we have no connection to them because we don't. They just picked it because of the pyramids. We ain't got no dang on connection to them people. And they ain't trying to be no other tribe over there neither. That's a brother that's destroyed, man. Think about a brother in Islam, man. They go and bow down to a rock. A rock. That is a brother he don't look at that and say, well, this is pretty dumb. Why in the hell would I bow down to a rock? This is awfully stupid. He don't think like that. Why? Because he is a brother that is destroyed. So he'll go bow down to his rock. Because that is a brother that is destroyed, man. Think about somebody celebrating Christmas. You putting a tree up inside of your house. Where is that at? Think about what that would have to do. And they tell you it's about Christ's birthday. Think about it. Let's just take the Bible away and what it says in the Bible for a second. What the hell would that have to do with Christ? Nothing. but you do it because we are destroyed. That's why you do it. What's coming up? I keep saying that, but it's Valentine's Day. A naked baby with some wings shooting people with an arrow. What the hell does that got to do with your relationship? And a lot of times, a lot of people they punch each other in the face all year long, and then on Valentine's Day, for 20 minutes, they have a nice dinner, maybe a movie, and then they right back punching each other in the face before the night is out. It is stupid. It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It doesn't change anything. Whatever relationship or marriage or whatever you got going on, whatever you had the day before Valentine's Day, it's the same thing on Valentine's Day and after. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't mean the man loves you more or less, or the woman loves you more or less, or care about you more or less. It doesn't mean anything. It's stupid nonsense. You can be spending that time working on, if y'all got some issues y'all need to work on, you could be spending that time working on that. Nobody got time for that foolishness. Giving you a heart that's really a booty. Nobody got time for that, man. Your oppressor sitting up there hiding all kind of evil. And then right after that, what's next? Easter. Everybody knows that a rabbit does not lay eggs. Everybody knows that. Why in the hell are we celebrating Easter? We destroy it. A people that's destroyed, man. All right. So let me just check and make sure I don't got no questions. All right, no questions. It's all good. From here, let's go to Salakia. Going to Matthew. The 7th chapter. Matthew, the 7th chapter, man. Like, how long was we gonna fall for this foolishness, man? How long are we gonna let people mislead us, misguide us? For the longest of time, I know it probably was a tough thing because a lot of us didn't know about the truth, man. We just had no clue. It was just all about Christianity and your Christian pastor. But now we got the truth, man, and the truth is everywhere. You see brothers everywhere nowadays, man. The truth is just growing and growing and growing, spreading like wildfire, man, because that's the Lord doing this, man. That's the Lord waking up brothers and sisters, man. Bringing them back into the truth, man. Because that's something that the Lord wants. The Lord wants his people woke up. The Lord wants his people following him. The Lord is looking, he is disgusted with some of the things that go on and with the Salakia, with the things that go on inside of this kingdom, man. That are snares and traps to his people. We're going to start at 15. So we are Matthew 7 and 15. It says, beware of false prophets. And that's what we got to do, man. False prophets, yeah, they in the Christian church. Yeah, they in Islam, and different things. But false prophets is also in fake Israelite groups, man. They also in fake Israelite groups. Don't just think because you in an Israelite group, you in the truth. That's not true. Don't think because you Sabbat Shalom, you're in the truth. That is not true. That is not true. Because only the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana can teach you how to serve the Lord. You can't learn it. How some Israelite with fringes on his t-shirt gonna teach you how to serve the Lord? That's not even possible. Somebody sitting in the dark on the Sabbath, eating bologna sandwiches all day. How are they teaching you the truth? They can't teach you the truth, man. They can't. It's going to be Saturday. It's going to be cold in the mud. And can't even turn their furnace on. Talking about it's kindling the fire. Well, men in ISUPK, men and women in ISUPK, we going to be warm. Our heat going to be on. I don't know what they doing. I don't have a clue as to what they're doing. And we going to eat good. We going to eat. We ain't going to just be eating no bologna sandwiches. That's because they do not know the Bible, and they are false prophets trying to teach you about the Bible. Like, think about it. And what the Lord do is the Lord exposes them, man. Every fake Israelite group done had something come out about them. Every single one of them, man. And these is the people that our people be turning to as leaders. And notice, they all got fringes on their t-shirt. It's insane, man. It is insane. And it's a good thing too at the same time, because the Lord wants them exposed. Because what the scriptures say again, scriptures say we're supposed to be in one body. We're supposed to be in one body, man. Brothers out here teaching with baseball caps on. How the hell you gonna let them lead y'all? A baseball cap is not a headpiece, man. All right? It's just a baseball cap. There's nothing wrong with wearing one. There's nothing wrong with it. But they don't even got the crown of their head uncovered. They just got a baseball cap. They just rocking it, chilling. You starting to hear all kind of foolishness coming out about Zakari now. How in the hell do they still got members? Because they are not heeding to what the Bible said. You have to beware of false prophets. You have to beware of that stuff, man. They were supposed to look at them and say, well, you know what? You got fringes on your t-shirt and you teach it with a baseball cap. I'm cool. I'm cool on that, man. I can't let you lead me. Something is not right about that. It's like, give me 1 second, my phone. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing. And that's how they come. That's why they come with the Israelite stuff. That's coming to you in sheep's clothing. They know so many of our people, we starting to get hip to Christianity. We starting to get hip to Islam, and we starting to learn and know that stuff is a bunch of foolishness, man. It's a bunch of foolishness. We learning that now. We seeing that now. We seeing that it's taking us nowhere. We seeing that we go nowhere with it. It's the same old song and dance every Sunday. So many of our people are starting to see that now. And so with them seeing it, what they do, fake Israelite groups is popping up everywhere. When the truth be told, man, when the truth be told, if they really was with it, they would just join us. Why break off? Why go somewhere and start your own Israelite camp? Instead of just joining when the scriptures say it's one body. That makes no sense, man. That should tell you something even before you even join the Israelite group. You should never join some breakoff group. Why would you do it? You should never join a breakoff group. It is one home of the truth, and that is the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. And you're going to tell me you're going to go join a breakoff group? Some group that left the truth, or a breakoff group of a breakoff group of a breakoff group is insane. When all you got to do is come join the ISUPK. The ISUPK is the one body. All these other groups and churches and whatever the hell they calling themselves is a bunch of foolishness. And they need to stop and come back to the ISUPK, man. You got to come where it all started. I don't want to learn from somebody who learned from somebody who learned from somebody, and you change this and you change that. Nah, I want to learn where it all, I want to go to the source. I want to come where it all started at. And it never changed. That's the beautiful thing about here, man. This truth since 1969 has not changed. It's been the same. And when you look at a lot of these other little Israelite groups, you see they cater to this or they cater to that. It's changed according to what they think would get them more members. It's changed according to that. Really, they just Christians. That's the truth, man. They really just Christians. All right. Salakia, give me 1 second here. Let me check. Make sure I haven't got no questions. Boom, boom. All right, all good. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are raving wolves, Salakia, raving wolves, because that's what they are, man. That's why you will see certain Israelite groups doing sexual deviancy things, man. Like what kind of man want his woman to put on one of them things and go to town on him? What kind of foolishness? What is really going on, man? Like, how do you even get a thought like that in your head? You looked at your woman and said, I want her to go to town on me. What? Can somebody, like, I don't understand. I didn't, like, for me, I would think that a man wouldn't even get that type of a thought inside of his head. But that's what happens when you follow. That's what happens when you follow false prophets and false leaders. And that's why it's such a great thing. And that's why it's such a great thing that the Lord is exposing these people, man. The Lord is exposing them. Now it's up to us. Once the Lord exposed, it's up to us if we're gonna make the decision and do the right thing. Because once the Lord exposed them, then we got to be like, well, you know what? Nah. We got to get out of here, man. Instead, you're gonna start Sakari 2.0. What the hell is wrong with you? I would not want to be affiliated with that in no kind of way. I wouldn't even tell nobody I was ever affiliated with that. You would just know, you would just do what you should have did in the beginning. You just find the nearest ISUPK school and go join it. Get in class. Get in all black. That's what you should do. Because why do anything different? Why? I know a lot of y'all might, I don't know. It just be seeming like a lot of y'all might be intimidated or scared or something, but I assure you, the brotherhood in here is unmatched. It's unmatched, man. You're not going to get it anywhere else. You damn sure can't get it from some group who the leader wanted his woman to tear him apart. You can't get it in some group that got fringes on their t-shirts. All these other, like, most of these fake Israelite groups, you hear of some form of man-on-man type stuff. It's ridiculous, man. You don't hear that here, man. You don't hear that here. Because this is the place that the Lord set up, man. All right. Verse 16, it says, ye shall know them by their fruits. And that is the God's honest truth, man. You gonna know them by their fruits, man. You're gonna know them by their fruits. Look at their fruits. Some fake Israelite group letting Africans come to the Passover and be in their congregation. and go out there and tell blacks and Hispanics, call them no good and this, that, and the third, and talk down to them. They let Africans do that, man. It is disgusting. And I got to go back with somebody that's a part of that group about who is the home of the truth. Nah, man. I ain't doing it. You think you in the truth, go by all means. Knock yourself out. How you gonna be in the truth in some school that started in 2000 and something, and the UPK been around since 69? $30-something years behind, but y'all got the truth. No problem, man. No problem. It just makes when you really think about it, it makes no sense. All of a sudden, y'all could teach us something. We should come join y'all. Nah, man, hell no. It makes no sense, man. You got to know them by their works, man. You got to know them by their works. You letting Africans in your group, you locking up innocent black men. Like, come on, man. It's too much. It's too much. And let me tell you something. When we go out and we doing food drives and things of that nature, or we go in a camp or something, they tell us, man, they hate these other Israelite camps. And they always tell us, y'all not like them, and we not, man. Because we about uplifting black people. That's what we about in ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. We're not going out there talking down to black people, calling them names and talking about them and things of that nature. We're not doing that, man. We want you to come in here. Like, don't let whatever you got going on, don't let that stop you from coming in here. Whatever problem, issue, or whatever it is that you got, come on in here with that. We know some fake Israelite group won't let you come through the door. They want you to come in already fixed. And here, we will fix you and build you up. We get brothers in here. Oh, no, they wouldn't let me in there because of this. Or they wouldn't let me in there because of that. Well, come on in here, man. We'll fix you and we'll build you up. Because that's what we do, man. That's what we do. And that's what we about. We about building this nation, man, in ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. We about building this nation. We the only ones equipped to do the job. We the only ones equipped to do the job, man. Everybody want to talk, but when it comes time to put the work in, the only people I always see is ISUPK on the front line. On the front line. I'm looking at 4 pallets of food right now and about 2 or 3 pallets of clothes. We're about to give it all away. Not this weekend, it's going to be a little cold, but next weekend. Or you could just come to the school and grab some. It's here because we about helping our people, man. We about helping our people. Because if we don't do it, who else will, man? In about 15 minutes, man, we're going to realize that all we have is each other. That's it. All we have is one another. If you don't see if you don't see that coming by the things that Trump is doing right now, I feel sorry for you, man. I feel sorry for you. All right. Because he is ramping it up. He is ramping it up, man. All right. Verse 16. You should know that by their fruits do men gather grapes of thorn or figs of thistle? Verse 17. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit. Every good tree gonna bring forth good fruit. Why? Because it's a good tree. It's rooted in something that's good. That's the difference, man. The ISUPK, we're rooted in something that's good. Everybody else, I don't know what the hell they come from. A lot of them brothers been in 2 and 3 different Israelite groups. What are they rooted in? What's their foundation? You done been in 3 fake Israelite groups. You don't have a foundation. You're not rooted in anything. That's why it's so easy for you to leave, because you don't really stand on anything. That's what makes the ISUPK beautiful, man. It's rooted in something. And that's why it hasn't changed since 69. Because it's rooted in something. It's who it is. A good tree bringeth forth good fruit, man. Look at this school growing, man. If you got to be at the, if you've never been to the Passover, man, you got to be at the Passover this year, man. April 4th, Houston, Texas, man. It's going to be such a beautiful thing, man. It's going to be beautiful, and it is going to be glorious. I can assure you of that. I can assure you of that. It's going to be beautiful and glorious, man. And like I said, the Passover just gets bigger and bigger every single year. It gets bigger and bigger every single year. And that's a beautiful thing, man, just to see the school continue to grow, man. More and more brothers and sisters waking up, man, and coming into this truth, man. And knowing that this nation is getting built up. It's a beautiful thing, man. And what the Lord keep doing, the Lord keep exposing all these fake Israelite groups, all these fake pastors. The truth is coming out, man. Why? Because we're getting closer and closer to the end of this thing. We're getting closer and closer to the end of this thing. Christ is coming. That's a real thing. Verse 17, even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A corrupt tree can bring forth evil fruit, man. That's what it does. You see it. One brother fall because he want his woman taking it to him. Then another brother in the same group fall for other sexual deviant activities. It is ridiculous, man. It is totally ridiculous, man. You let Africans in your group, they unalive a sister. They SA a sister and unalive her. It is crazy. Brothers in your group meeting up with I don't know what to call them, the same-sex people that look like women. I don't know what we can say on here, Salakia. Same-sex people that change themselves to a woman, meeting up with them at hotels, doing all kind of nasty things, and then when they feel like they get exposed, they want to shoot them in the face. Not me, man. I'm good right here where I'm at, man. Because those are things that happen when you're not rooted in anything. And in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, we're rooted in the law, statutes, and commandments, man. They've been doing this since '69. You think I'm gonna let somebody that been around 5 years try to teach me? What the hell do they know? Nothing. And it shows. And it shows, man. All right. Let's get it. Verse 18, it says, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. A good tree can't bring forth evil fruit, man. It just can't happen. Because it's a good tree. It's fertile. It is the soil that it's planted in is so good, moist. I think it's a scripture say, I'm like a tree planted by a river. That's a good tree that's planted by a river. That tree gonna get all the nutrients and everything it needs because of the river that's right there. That's what the ISUPK is, man. All right. It says, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. How can it? And that's why I didn't understand when I saw about 2 weeks ago a post that said Sakari 2.0. Here we come, or some stupid something like that. I don't know whether it was real or fake. It was up there. I hope it was fake. But it was ridiculous. Like, why would you still fly that banner? I couldn't do it, man. Because I don't want to, like, and that's why the UPK is the perfect place for me, because it's about, in here you have to have integrity. Out there, in other groups, you can just do whatever the hell you want to do. I can't do it. I can't be around that kind of foolishness, man. Those kind of things is not, it's not things that men in this school we would associate ourselves with. And that's why I'm so glad the Lord brought us here. All of us, everybody that's in this school, man. All my brothers and sisters that's in, I'm glad the Lord brought us here. Because you might think that you walked in this door and You woke up to the truth. Let me tell you, the Lord brought you here because the Lord brought you here. That's why you here. The Lord wanted you here, man. All right. Try to get one more scripture in right quick. I got to get to the slaves, Salakia. Verse 19. It says, every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewed down and cast into a fire. And that's what we see, man. And that's what I said. The Lord, that's the Lord. When they say hew down, cut down, and cast into a fire, that's the Lord exposing these groups, man. That's the Lord exposing them. The Lord's showing you what they're doing. You just got to want to serve the Lord more than anything. Because when you want to serve the Lord more than anything, you will step away from that nonsense to come get a part of the one body. The real one body. All right. Let's get it. Verse 20. It says, wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. And again, I just go back to what we started with. You said you should know them by their fruits, and then wherefore by their fruit. And this is Christ speaking. Says you're going to know them, man. You got to look at what they've done. You got to look at what they're doing. You can't, how you going to be a part of some Israelite group that use the Bible to tell you they not feeding the people? This is why they ain't helping nobody. The Bible is telling them not to help nobody. That's the group you're going to join? That's what you're going to be a part of. Now, you're going to read all in the Bible. Christ going to help people, feed people, heal people, all kind of stuff. You're going to read those things in the Bible. Not only is Christ doing it, Christ is telling us to do it. And then you're going to go join some Israelite group that say, nah, 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 nah. See, the Bible telling us not to do those things. That's what you're going to go join yourself to and be a part of, man. That is utterly, utterly disgusting. Utterly disgusting, man. We got to do way better than that. We got to do way better than that. We got to, like we just read, you got to judge about, you got to look at their fruits. We got to start looking at what they're doing and saying, well, wait a minute, is this right? Nah, that's not right. And everybody knows it's not right, man. Everybody knows it's not right. And with that, Salakia, I got to close the class. I got to get to the slave. Shalom, Israel.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.